everybody, I'm Delicia and thanks for tuning in to my Cigar Vixen channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Villiger La Vencedora, which in Spanish means the victor. This is a celebration of the 130th anniversary of Villiger Cigars, and really it's the first ever full-bodied Villiger handmade premium cigar. It's a follow-up to the blend of the Villiger La Flor de Inclán, which has been a great success for Villiger. And I was very happy to learn that Mr. Villiger actually worked very closely with Dr. Alejandro Martinez Cuenca of Joya de Nicaragua. In fact, the cigars are hand rolled at the Joya de Nicaragua factory in Esteli, the oldest factory in Nicaragua. So very happy to learn that, again, he worked very closely. This is a nice, really just an affirmation of Villiger's entry into the premium cigar world. And again, it is a follow-up to the Flor de Inclán, which was a great stick. This one, again, said to be a fuller bodied cigar, and again, a Nicaraguan puro, so very welcoming at that for that blend. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out and get a closer look. It is available in 3 different sizes. So the Robusto, the 5x50 Robusto, it comes in a 6x50 Toro and a 7x50 Churchill. The prices range from $9 for the little Robusto all the way up to $10 for the Churchill, and then the Toro I believe is $9.50. And it is packaged in this very beautiful, elegant black box here with the silver writing that really pops. And again, right on the front it tells you that it's handmade in Nicaragua. So really cool. I love the designs. It's simple, but it's elegant. And let's get right into it. I do have this bottle of Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack that I'm actually going to wait and do a pairing with this cigar and the Gentleman Jack probably in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the cigar by itself to really get all the flavors and talk about those with you. So a nice woodsy, almost mesquite, subtle mesquite-like aroma, right? Just to the wrapper. It's a faint mesquite. You kind of have to search for it, but it really does remind me of that. Very nice, something different. Similar to the foot of the cigar as well. You just get a nice kind of a woodsy aroma to that. And I'm going to go ahead and go with a straight cut on this one. Has a little bit of a sweeter feel to it on the pre-lit draw, almost a red licorice type of sweetness mixed with kind of a dried fruit. You kind of get both of those sweeter notes in there, both again the candy and the dried fruit kind of combined, again just on that pre-lit draw. Oh wow, right away, beautiful welcoming introduction, both on the aroma and that initial puff. You get a longer finish, a very woodsy feel to it. You get a combination of somewhat of a sun-drenched cedar, a little bit of an oaky underneath that, as well as a nice spice to it, kind of a lingering spice. In fact, a longer finish, as I mentioned. Black pepper spice really does the trick. There's also a hint of a cinnamon that kind of goes back and forth with the black pepper. Like you first get the burst of black pepper, but then on that finish, as it kind of settles down, you get a little bit of a cinnamon influence on there. So really nice. Nice amount of smoke output, beautiful draw, nice and open. Very welcoming again on that aroma and that the tastes that are coming through just right away. Definitely has more of a, just, I mean, even just this initial couple puffs, more of a fuller presence than the predecessor, you know, the Flor de Inclán, or really any of the other Villiger lines that have come out. This one already is giving a nice fuller feel to the body. Just good flavor offerings. There's also a little hint of an espresso bean. Kind of subtle. It's definitely in the background. It's not something that jumps right out at you, but you get that little hint of it as you get into the cigar. So I'm going to smoke it down as always a little bit more, and I'm going to check back in with you guys for a flavor update for the second third. So back again to talk about the second third on the Villiger La Vencedora. So far, so good. Really good flavor notes on this one. Again, a little bit fuller, not so much on the strength just yet. It's about medium on the strength, but the body is definitely full. There's a lot of complexity to this one. Different notes of, again, still getting the wood, still getting that little bit of cedar, really more of the oakiness, I think, at this point. There's also been a nice amount of sweet and spicy kind of combined here. You get a little bit of the coffee notes, again, a little bit stronger on the darker roast, like an espresso type of a feel to it. But you also get a slight cherry, like imagine the really ripe, dark cherries that you pick up when they're in season and they're just the right amount of sweetness. It picks up some of that, which is great. There's also still that cinnamon, little bits of the black pepper coming in and out. I did pick up some anise in here as well, but just a lot of good flavors. And again, beautiful aroma, very, very inviting. Really enjoying it. And again, the construction, of course, it's coming out of Joya de Nicaragua, so the construction is on point. I would expect nothing less from their factory. The burn line, in fact, when I first lit it, I noticed that there was a little tiny piece of the foot that wasn't completely lit, and it completely self-corrected on its own, and now the burn line is razor sharp. I mean, it's a nice solid ash. It's a beautiful amount of, again, smoke output and a really nice draw, so can't complain. Really just enjoying the flavor profile on this one. So stay tuned. I'll be coming back for the final third to talk about any other changes in the flavors. So back again into the final third on the La Vencedora from Villiger Cigars. Really good flavors on this one. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. The strength did creep up slightly. I can feel it a little bit more now. Nothing overpowering, but it is definitely on the fuller side of, I would say still medium, but fuller medium. So again, nothing overpowering, but it just has a tremendous amount of flavor. Towards this final third, I picked up a little bit more on the sweeter notes. So little hints of vanilla, even a bit of caramel, kind of just slightly, almost like that toasted brown sugar that crept in. Still a little underlying on the coffee, as well as some of that spice. So more of the cinnamon spice versus the black pepper that was there in the first and second third. The woodsy profile that was there also in the beginning and even in the middle, somewhat dissipated. I don't really notice it too much at this final third of the cigar, but it's smoking at a good rate. I've been smoking this for a little over an hour. I'd say maybe an hour and 15, hour and 20, and there's still a little bit more that I'll be finishing up. Even at this point, getting close to the end of the cigar, it's not overheating, which is always a plus. Again, the construction is great, beautiful draw, and what I really enjoyed about this cigar is the price. So again, we're always on the search for these good cigars, trying not to break the bank, and this one fits right into that portfolio, again, of being in that right around the $10 range, even less than that if you go with the Robusto size, which I was smoking today, $9. So really good as far as the value, the flavor, the construction is fantastic. So highly recommend that you give this one a try. Also, what's nice about it is the availability. You should be able to find these at most of your brick and mortars. They did begin shipping out in the beginning of February, so they should be again available in the majority of the brick and mortars out there. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave your comments on there. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you've tried it already, if you plan on trying it, what your thoughts are. So as always, I thank you so much for hanging out with me while I smoke this great stick, and stay tuned. I will be doing a review, actually a pairing, I'm sorry, of this Villiger Vencedora and the Gentleman's Jack. So I'll be posting that shortly. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Cheers.